Hi folks, thanks for joining me. In the next 2 or 3 minutes, I want to show you how you can make $200 over and over again deposited directly in your bank account. Now folks, I know probably you said, oh, I heard that before. Well, I have too, and I struggled just like you until I found this simple 3-step system. Now it all starts with our state-of-the-art 24-hour day, 7-day a week call center that sends you, on average, about 300 to 450 calls per month. Now, folks, like I said, this is a simple 3-step system. So here we go. Step 1, answer your calls. Gather a bit of information from your callers, such as their name, their best email, their best cell phone number, because you're going to tell them, I'm going to send you a 2-part webinar by email. In the 2-part webinar, you're going to learn everything about the product and the services we offer, including a home-based business opportunity. You're going to see our state-of-the-call center in action. You're going to see our software in action, how it works, what it does, and why so many businesses, all the way from insurance companies and real estate brokers to direct marketers to MLMers, you name it, they love it, they use it, and they buy it on the spot. Now, step 2, you need to send them the information immediately, because about a 50% rate of people that are calling in are actually waiting for the information and anxious to get it. All right, step 3. The only thing you need to do then is watch when the people are going to call, because about 50 to 60% of them are going to call back. And they're going to have a couple of questions, and a lot of them are going to have just one question. How do I get started? They're going to be wowed from the 2-part webinar that explains and tells everything, including answering their questions. Now, the other 30%, life got in the way. They had to take the kids to school. They didn't watch it, or they had to work overtime, or whatever. But that's okay. That's fine. That happens. So you call those people back and find out if they watched the webinar or they didn't, and so on and so forth. And the reason you want to call them back, that's going to boost your closing rate about 10 to 30%. Now, currently, our club associates, our closing rate is about 10 to 20%. Now, folks, I want you to think about that. Think back when I told you you're going to receive about 300 to 450 calls per month. Well, let's just say you only closed the minimum, and you got the minimum amount of calls. You were just average, and you only closed 30 sales in that month. Folks, do you realize that's $6,000? That's right. Now, did you make $6,000 in the past 30 days? Or are you going to make $6,000 or more in the next 45 days from whatever you're currently trying to do? Well, I think not, or you probably wouldn't be here. Now, think about this. We're going to do something much better for the next 10 people that enroll. You know what? Wait a minute. I'm going to extend that to the next 20 people that enroll. Instead of receiving around 300 to 450 calls, we're going to extend your time as a trial in the call center from 30 days to 45. So that means now you're going to receive a minimum of around 450 calls to 675 calls. Now, folks, do you know what that means? If you closed the average, like most of our people do, that would be 45 sales. That would be $9,000. And if you were good, or maybe exceptional, I don't know, what happens if you close 500? Or what happens if you actually got 67 closings? and shot you up to $13,400. That'd be quite a 45-day period, wouldn't it? Well, folks, we're going to extend that for two reasons. One, we want you to get off to a whopping start banking money for sure. And two, we're going to charge a little tiny fee of $25. And the reason for that is for those 20 people, and we might extend it permanently. I'm not sure yet, but we're going to take those $25 and put them all together so we can buy nationwide blocks of advertising to send more calls right from our call center right to your home or your cell phone. Folks, the money's not for us. It's for advertising, so you can even do better. Now, just enter your name, your best email, best phone number, and I'll definitely get this information off to you in the next 5 or 10 minutes. And I know you're going to see that wow factor once you watch those two webinars, and you're going to want to get started. So I'll be waiting for that phone call that says, how do I get started? It's been a pleasure. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.